Hi everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about a very important case. It was quite shocking. It was a British man who had a shoulder operation, just a routine shoulder operation like a lot of people do, and spent 3 months in hospital fighting for his life after taking Nolotil. His was a very important case because it happened just at the time when I was starting to investigate to realize there was something happening to a lot of British people. He happened to be in hospital fighting for his life, and is one of the people who made me realize it was Nolotil that was killing people. In fact, I'm going to read to you what he wrote to me after he survived. He said, "Hi Christina, I had a shoulder operation on the 15th of September 2017. The op went well and they gave me Nolotil. I took this for about a week and then stopped. I started to feel ill, but put it off because I had an appointment at the hospital for an x-ray. There was some confusion over my appointment, so my wife said to the lady at the main desk, 'I think my husband is very ill.' I had not had a wee for 2 days and had no temperature, but I was sweating profusely. They took one look at me and put me in a wheelchair. That was the start of my journey. For the 39 days I was in intensive care in an induced coma as my organs were shutting down. I was having blood transfusions, dialysis. I was at death's door most of the time. On the morning I was going to have my tracheotomy, I opened my eyes. I was still incoherent for another week. They thought I might have brain damage. The list of things that could have tipped me over the edge are many. I'm sorry I have not contacted you earlier, but I feel I can now talk about it. The hospital staff were very good, were fantastic. They never gave up, fought all the way with me. I owe them my life. Basically, this man, after he came out of the hospital, he had a shoulder operation, was discharged from hospital because everything had gone well. He felt fine, but a few days later he started feeling very ill, and he realized he hadn't weed for 2 days. He had this cold sweat, although he had no temperature. And but one thing, he thought he had hemorrhoids because he had this terrible pain, and in his hospital report it says the pain would not go away in spite of taking Nolotil. Also, he developed a temperature that wouldn't go away, and he still couldn't wee even though he kept drinking water. His blood pressure was also very low. The diagnosis, sepsis with septic shock and multiorganic failure, agranulocytosis caused by Nolotil. He had kidney failure, respiratory failure, all sorts of failures. And obviously at the beginning they didn't realize it was because of Nolotil, because they said it wouldn't go away even in spite of taking Nolotil, not realizing that that pain was not hemorrhoids. It was the pain you get when you get agranulocytosis caused by Nolotil or by anything. One of the symptoms can be either mouth ulcers or anal ulcers, which are very, very, very painful, and that's obviously what he had. This man, after spending 39 days in intensive care and induced coma, he came out of hospital and spent another few weeks in this place learning how to walk again. And basically he was away from his home for 3 months just because he was given a painkiller called Nolotil after he had a shoulder operation. His family were called, his wife was told to start calling the family as he was not going to make it. very luckily he made it. The only problem is nowadays he have spoken to him many times. He's a lovely man, but he does suffer all the consequences of having had a septic shock and having nearly died. So his life will never be the same again, but he is very lucky to be one of those who have survived.